Ahead of Game 4 between the Flames and Oilers, it's our coverage here on the fourth period, brought to you by Bit by Dave. Use referral code TFP and receive up to $50 in free crypto while terms and conditions apply. Connor McDavid's stat that we came across the last couple of days, 34 controlled zone entries this series. The next highest on his team is just 13. 34 out of 37 times Connor McDavid takes the puck into the offensive zone.
It's just an incredible stat. He's tops in the league in this round, and second is Johnny Gaudreau. Yeah. He's in the 20s. Sam Bennett was also just behind him. I think he was at 19. So this is, obviously an issue for the Calgary Flames that continue to allow Connor McDavid to enter the zone pretty much flawlessly throughout the course of these first 3 games. You've got to imagine that in Game 4 later tonight, they're going to want to have to double team him, going to want to try to control him a little bit more and prevent him from creating those offensive opportunities by entering the zone so effortlessly, it seems, so far in this series. Not only does that allow Edmonton to create offense, but it also keeps the puck away from the Calgary Flames. Yeah. And, we saw what happened in the first 2 periods of Game 3, where it was just all Edmonton and Calgary just couldn't respond.
Zach Kassian was asked after morning skate about Connor McDavid, and he was actually sitting right beside him. He jokingly said he didn't want to pump his tires too much, but when the dude is playing out of his mind like the way he is, how do you not talk about 97?
Oh, everybody's talking about him. We spoke to some players off the ice the other day on the Edmonton Oilers, and they just were marveling at how talented number 97 is for their team. And admittedly, they'll say that without him, they'd be in a lot of trouble. Yeah. As good as Leon Draisaitl has been, as good as Evander Kane has been, Zach Hyman has really stepped up throughout the course of these playoffs as well. And Mike Smith has been steady. But Connor McDavid is the total flame for this Edmonton Oilers team. He's the one that is creating those opportunities, creating chances, and we're seeing it day in and day out. And if you're a casual hockey fan, you just have to sit back and look at Connor McDavid and go, wow, that is a special player.
For the Calgary Flames perspective, you can't run and gun. That's proven with this Edmonton Oilers team. Yeah. So what's your approach to Game 4 tonight?
You have to slow things down. You have to see. This is funny because you have to slow things down, but you also have to go on the attack. Yeah. You can't come out as flat as you did in the beginning of Game 3 to start this game later tonight. You have to be more aggressive. But similar to what we saw against the Dallas Stars, Calgary goes out, take a lead, and then you kind of hold the fort back. That's basically what they have to do against this Edmonton Oilers club. As you mentioned, they tried to go shot for shot, running and gunning with the top line of the Edmonton Oilers, and it just didn't work. Too many mistakes were made, too many turnovers were created, and the Oilers just entirely pounced on that. If you're the Calgary Flames, you have to tighten things up a little bit here. And without Chris Tanev, it's been a it's been difficult for them to be able to pull that off.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. He did take part in morning skate. Don't anticipate him playing tonight, Tanev that is. But it should be a fun one here, David. Game 4 here at the Oilers Barn a little bit later on tonight.